Hi there, Tracy here from the West Grade Public Library. Welcome to our gentle chair yoga. When you're ready, just make sure that your chair is in a really sturdy place, that it's not going to slip or move away from you. And you're welcome to take your shoes off if you'd like, and just come to the edge of your chair so that you're not slouching into the back of it, so that you can sit up nice and tall with a really relaxed spine, and that the feet are planted firmly onto the ground. So just take a moment and just find your comfortable seat. Maybe just relax the shoulders. Feel yourself grow a little bit taller through the spine, up through the crown of your head, and relaxing the shoulders. Maybe closing your eyes for just a moment, or softening your gaze. Take a nice full breath deep into the belly, expand through the chest, and then just feel yourself exhale, relaxing outward. Taking a few breaths like that, relaxing the hands, full breath deep into the chest, wide into the belly, and exhaling, again relaxing outwards. And one more time, full deep breath in. Exhale, relaxing outward. Excellent. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the arms out to the side, palms facing down. And again, just sitting up nice and tall, not moving to a back bend, so pulling the low ribs in and just lengthening through the spine. And we'll just start this movement through the shoulders and the arms. So turning the palms down, the palms back behind you, turning the palms up towards the sky, maybe squeezing and kind of pointing the thumbs back behind you. So just take that through just the shoulders here for a moment. Maybe your inhale opens that wide, and then your exhale just relaxes the palms down and back. Feeling this movement up, perhaps into your shoulder blades a little bit. Nice, and then this time when the palms are up, the thumbs are reaching back behind you, root down through your feet, down through your seat, and then start to lift your chest just slightly. Maybe the gaze even lifts just gently up towards the sky. And then feel this sense of drawing the shoulder blades back, opening across the chest, reaching through the tips of the fingers. And then when you exhale, start to tuck your tailbone, draw the belly in, round the spine, turn the palms down, the thumbs towards the ground. Maybe you even tuck your chin here. And then again, that inhale roots you, rises you, opens up through the chest and the heart. And then the exhale, rounding in. So bringing this not only into the shoulders as we were doing, but also into the spine. If the arms or shoulders are getting tired, just bring the hands closer towards the ground. If this feels like a nice stretch, energizing movement, you can bring your arms up even a little bit higher. Maybe you even sort of move between different levels for the hands and arms here. Just finding your breath, expanding with the in-breath. Exhale, rounding in, releasing the air. Nice, and then for these last few, we're gonna bring the hands to the thighs. Just relax the elbows and take that just into the spine here. So that cat and cow movement, flexion and extension of your spine. Inhaling to lift and open, draw shoulder blades back. Exhale, round the spine. And maybe these last few, just really slowing that movement down. And then sitting up tall here, we'll move the spine in all directions here. So start to just send your rib cage towards the right. And then reach it back behind you, just similar to that rounding of the spine we just did a moment ago. Then send your rib cage out to the left, and then reach the front of your rib cage forward into that back bend. And then just start to make a nice big circle here, as if you were just kind of touching your rib cage around the edges, around the space around you. You were just trying to reach forward and to the sides with your ribs. Maybe your head and neck even start to move with that. Notice if you're kind of fixating or keeping your head in one spot, can you really start to slowly take that movement into your head as well. Staying rooted through the feet. And then start to change your direction now. Again, just notice the head and the neck moving here. Excellent. And then just start to unwind from that. Take a moment just to pause as you sit tall. And just notice some of the energy or the sensations, creating a little bit of heat in the belly. Nice. Now bringing the hands out to your side with the palms facing up. We're going to reach up with the hands, bring the fingertips together, soften the shoulders and the elbows. Then we'll turn the palms out and press them back behind you, maybe grabbing for the arms of the chair or the back of your chair. And then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, coming up tall, releasing from that. So just a little bit of a flow. Palms out, arms reaching up, full breath in. Touch those fingertips together. Exhale, pressing the palms back behind you as you reach. And inhale into that back bend. Exhale, back to neutral. One more time like that. Palms reaching up with a full breath in. Exhale, pressing the palms down and back, grabbing for the chair. Inhale to that back bend. Exhaling to neutral. Nice. And then we'll just start to move into a twist. So just take your time and move from side to side. So you can use the leg and the back of your chair as a little bit of an anchor to kind of take you into that twist a little bit further. But just feel this in sort of the low spine, low back, and belly as you twist here. Gazing over your shoulder each time you rotate. Nice, and then pause at the next side that you land and feel yourself root down through your feet and your seat, sitting up tall, and then exhale into that twist, gazing over the shoulder, relax the shoulders, and just breathing here. Nice, take that to your other side. So find your position and then root down as you inhale and lift, and exhale, turn and gaze over the shoulder with that twist. Nice, unwinding back to center. Excellent. Okay, so we'll lean back into the chair just a little bit. You may grab for the sides. You may grab for the knee or the thigh, bringing the right knee in towards you. We're going to take that to our spine now, sitting up nice and tall. So you still may be leaning back to bring that leg in. And then you're going to release that and bring the other leg in. So maybe rounding as you kind of sit back and then lifting tall as you bring that knee in. So just kind of take this into a little bit of movement here. Warming up the hip flexors, legs, Just be really gentle with that grip or any tension in the shoulders. Nice, and then the next time you have your right leg, let's grab onto that and hold here. And then releasing the hands and extend the leg out in front of you. This is where we'll start to point and flex through the toe. So if you are leaning back, not collapsing into your posture, still sitting nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back, and then start to find some circles with your ankle. So just like you're drawing a nice big circle with your toe, and then change your direction. Nice, and then point through your toe. We're gonna start to draw a big circle with your whole entire leg. So again, just make that circle as large as it feels available. As you lean back, change your direction. Nice, and then hug that knee in towards you again. Sitting tall, relax the shoulders. Let's give it a little squeeze here. And then that nice hip stretch, taking that ankle over your knee and sitting tall. Unless that causes some discomfort, you can always lean back or extend the leg that's on the floor. Otherwise, just taking your time and just slowly hinging forward at the hips, maybe gazing down, closing the eyes, and just taking some breaths here into that outer hip. If you're noticing a really strong sensation there, can you bring your mind's eye right to that place and just breathe softly there? See if that releases some of that tension. Nice, and then sitting up tall, and we'll release that leg down. So leaning back just slightly as you draw in the left knee this time. So find your position where you feel like you can sit tall through the spine, you're supported through your core. Maybe you grab the sides of the chair and extend the leg out as you release that. Point and flex through your toe, moving from the ankle here. And then start to find that nice big circle with your ankle. Nice, change your direction with that. All right, and then the whole leg starting to find that circle. So pointing through the toes. We'll move in both directions, so it's okay which direction you're going right now. Just breathing here. Change the direction. Nice, and then hug that knee and sit up tall, relax the shoulders, just enjoy that little squeeze and release maybe of that hard work. And then crossing ankle over the knee, either sitting tall if that feels okay, or continuing to just slightly lean back, maybe even hinging forward over that hip and breathing into that tension. Nice, and then sitting up tall, releasing that leg. So as you come to the edge of your seat, just bringing your legs a little bit wider here. I think we've done this maybe even the last few weeks. Just dropping the knees in, kind of rolling to the inner arches of your feet and the outer arches of your feet, just to move the hips in this internal and external rotation. So kind of opening things and closing. And the hands might want to move with that, or you can rest your hands down onto the legs. You can even lift the toes and kind of bring this more to the backs of the heels. Excellent. Okay, we'll walk the feet back in towards each other, sliding back on your chair just a little bit. And then we're going to extend the legs out in front of us. So just find this place where you can still feel sturdy on your chair, but that your legs can be straight out in front of you. And the toes may be up towards the sky, anchor down through the heels. And then just take a moment and start to hinge forward over the legs. maybe holding on to the chair. If this feels wobbly just because of the chair you're on, maybe just finding one knee bending and just doing this to one leg at a time. And maybe just inhaling tall. If you've got one leg extended, you can switch legs. If you have both legs there, just find a nice tall spine and inhale, and then exhale again over those legs. Nice, and then coming up tall, planting through the feet. And let's come to standing just for a moment. We'll do a few stretches with the backs of the legs. I think this is a really popular stretch here with the back of the chair, where you have your hands planted, start to walk back a little bit, and then pull the hips back behind you. Have a nice bend in the knees here, and think more about pulling the hips back than worrying so much about how far forward you fold. So that nice bend in the knees, and then relax your head maybe down in between the space of your upper arm bones. Maybe a little wider step with the feet and swaying the hips from side to side, bending one knee at a time. And straightening the other leg. Nice, and then slowly start to lift the chest, bend your knees, and walk towards your chair. We'll again stretch the backs of the legs, so stepping one heel back behind you, pressing down into that. And then if you feel okay here, widen your stance and bend into that front knee. So rooting through that back heel and planting through that front foot and standing nice and tall here with your chair. Or we can bring hands together to your heart center. Clasp the hands and press the palms forward. So lengthen tall through your spine here. Take a full breath in and reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, release the hands. Coming back to the heart center. Take a full breath in. Exhale, press the palms forward. Lift them up towards the sky. And exhale, release. Coming back to the chair, stepping forward and switching legs. So rooting into that back heel, you might have a nice short stance here, a little bit wider, and then bending into that front knee. Standing tall, maybe shoulders somewhat above your hips here. And if you feel nice and balanced here, we'll take hands to heart. Clasp the hands, maybe the opposite clasp you normally do. Press them forward. Take an inhale, reach them up. Exhale, release them. Reach them back. And this time, let's clasp the hands behind you, or grab for wrists, or bring the palms to the back of your low back space. And we'll open up through the chest a little bit here. A little bit of a back bend if you're clasping the hands. If that's not feeling really great, even just reaching back behind you. Maybe bringing the palms forward, maybe gazing up. Nice, come back up tall, release, grab the chair, and stepping forward. I'm just going to move the chair in front, just so I have the space here. I'm going to step really wide through your legs. You're still going to be fairly close to the chair, so that you feel that you can just step your feet wide, your whole foot is planted down onto the ground, the toes may be facing forward slightly, and then just bend into one knee at a time. Just sending your knee in the direction of your toes, so they may turn out just slightly. If they're comfortable forward, that's okay too, as long as it's not causing any discomfort. Just little movements here from side to side. Nice, and come up tall. Bring your heels in with your toes out. You might shorten your stance or narrow the stance a little bit here. And then sink your hips down as your knees point out in the direction of your toes. Shoulders are stacked above the hips. So you decide on the depth here. So just giving the legs a little bit of extra energy here today. You can hold the chair, you can bring your hands to heart. Take a few breaths. Nice, wherever you are, lift all the way up to standing, so pressing down into the feet. And then exhale, let's sink down one more time into that. Feel the whole surface of your foot here. Take a nice full breath in as you reach the arms up and come up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. And then grabbing onto your chair, slowly walk your feet back in towards each other. Maybe just shake that off a little bit. Eventually, taking your time to come down to your seat again. So finding the feet planted down onto the ground, relaxing the shoulders. Let's just do a little quick tapping and a little face massage. So we'll take the fingertips and we'll just start to tap in between the eyebrows. You might close your eyes. And then start to take that tapping just across your eyebrows, across your forehead, out towards your temples. And then just massage for just a moment there in a circular motion, really gently. And then come down in front of the ears. Let the low jaw relax and just massage a little here. And then just taking the fingers and kind of squeezing, pinching along the jawline. Just noticing some tension there. And then back up towards the ears. And now we're going to actually take the ears and we're just going to pull them out from the head a little bit. Just wiggle them around, forward and back. Kind of find different places to grip your fingers on your ears, all the way from the earlobes right to the top. Just a few tugs, a few circles. Nice, and then relax your hands down. Just notice how that feels. Let's take a few breaths in together. So take a nice, full, spacious, deep inhale. And maybe exhale with a sigh, nice and slow. Let that low jaw hang heavy. Another full breath in. Exhale with a sigh. And last one together. Full breath in. And exhale with a sigh. Thank you everyone so much for joining me here today. And as you're all aware, the next 2 Thursdays are our holidays, so the library will be closed. So I will not be here doing a live video on Facebook, but just so you know, there will be 2 recorded sessions on our YouTube channel. So on the Thursday of the 24th and the 31st, you will still be able to practice along, and you can check that out on our YouTube, and I'll send a link here with this video, and we'll also remind you next week. So take care everyone, have a wonderful, safe, warm holiday. Bye-bye.